We're going to take a look at the process flow of creating a custom abutment for a titanium base in the Blue Sky Plan software. We're going to start off by dragging in our relevant models. Right now we're in the normal mode. We're going to continue the process by aligning the scan body. We're going to click Add Scan Body, select the relevant scan body from the drop-down list, and then click once on a flat surface of the scan body. The software will process and do the alignment. Once the alignment is done, we'll right-click on the scan body, click Align New Implant, select the relevant jaw, select the relevant implant type, add an abutment, and then click OK. The software has aligned the implant and the abutment to the scan body. We'll right click on the implant and choose Align New Tooth. We could choose from the different teeth libraries in the software, choose small, medium, or large, and of course click the relevant tooth and click OK. The tooth has now been added to the software. We're now going to switch to Crown and Bridge module to continue with designing the crown and creating the custom abutment. In the Teeth Surfaces panel, we can now turn off the model with the scan body as it's no longer relevant. We could switch to the Teeth Edit panel, select the relevant tooth, and do any manipulations we want in terms of the placement, in terms of the size. We could right click on a model and choose Toggle Transparency, and we could use any of our editing tools that we've displayed in previous videos to go ahead and to edit the crown. Once we're happy with the tooth design and the positioning, we could go to Restoration, Design panel, choose the restoration type for custom abutment tie base, select the relevant jaw, and then confirm the settings. The model is our green upper model, the crown is correct, the tie base is correct, and the opposing arch. We will now click the Start button, choose Plan New Restoration, and we're going to go through the wizard process flow of designing the custom abutment for the titanium base and the crown as well. We're going to confirm the insertion direction by pressing Next. We're going to define the proximal areas by holding down our Shift key and left clicking and dragging, and then click Next. The software gives us a color map of the intersections, so we could either choose to cut them or we could go back and edit the relevant tooth. Click Next. The software now gives us a curve in order to design the crown. We can modify the curve by holding down the Shift key and left clicking and dragging. Once we're happy with the curve, we go ahead and click on Next. If we want to erase the curve completely, then we could click on Reset Intersection Curve. That will erase it completely, and then we could draw it again by holding down the Shift key and left clicking. We could use any of the editing tools to edit the custom abutment as desired. So if we want to remove the protrusion or lower the abutment in this area, for example, we could click Smooth, hold down the Shift key, and go ahead and smooth that out. Next takes us to the next step, where we design the custom abutment connection to the titanium base. We could use the different sliders to adjust the shape, the crown margin, the titanium base margin and the abutment cement spacer between the titanium abutment and the custom abutment. We can also grab and drag any of the nodes that we have visible on the screen to edit the shape. By default, the software will create the crown and will create the custom abutment for the titanium base. If we only want to create the custom abutment for the titanium base and not the crown, we could check custom abutment only. If we want to create the screw channel going through the crown, then we could click create screw channel. We can now use the editing tools to make any changes to the custom abutment for titanium base, and then we're going to click next. The software now shows us the base for the crown and the connection of the crown to the custom abutment. We can use any of the sliders to edit the connection. And then we could click next. We could go to the teeth surfaces panel, now take a look at our different surfaces, and we could see the custom abutment and the crown. The original crown still appears in the list, and the designed crown starts with a D. So here's our designed crown, and here's the custom abutment for titanium base that it connects to. These items can now be exported by going to File, Export Data.